In beautiful Harrisonburg, Virginia, Bridgeport Stadium. It is week 8 of the EA Sports college football season, and the games are getting more intense. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the James Madison Dukes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, the Dukes head coach told me some great information before the game. A big storyline for them to follow here is the progress of their freshman wide receiver. No one came into the season thinking he could reach that mark, but here he is on the doorstep of 1,000 yards, a mark that is so hard to attain for wideouts in the game these days, and he is knocking on that door. Coach talked to his quarterback. Let's get him some balls early. Let's get him in the action. Not only does that help us loosen things at the line of scrimmage, but they want him to get energized early in this game by hitting that 1,000-yard mark. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Dukes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Singleton. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, App State. Gets it into the end zone. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Evans. He's got him. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll run play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes! Quick strike, touchdown, comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Singleton. Myers on the move. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. That's caught. It's Sanchez. Slips one guy. Now he's loose. Touchdown, Mountaineers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Duke's offense, and we'll see what they have schemed up. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Snags it quickly on the left. Makes the grab in their space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Dropping back, it's Evans. Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. He wants to throw it. Now rolling to the left. He's got his man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Wide receiver going in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got enough for the first. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Unloads quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dukes! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form. Second is short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Absolutely nowhere to go as they stop him behind the line on 4th down. This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wideout. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, he put that right where his guy was the only one that could catch it, didn't he?
Yeah, great accuracy, and this is one of those throws that the fade route, you can throw it anywhere on the field, anytime. QBs warm up with this route, for goodness sakes. They always know how to throw. It's one of the first routes you learn to throw as a quarterback.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some...
Lots of running room. The tag. Into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Boy, these offenses are just making it look easy.
Defense optional in college football nowadays. So many weapons, so much speed on the field, so hard to defend. Defense, I don't know how you play it. I really don't. Just Try to get a stop, beg for one, please.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll try to do it himself. Got room at the 35. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Here's a heat. He sacked this defense all over it.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's 3rd down. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Steps away to find some room. Got out of trouble and throws. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Singleton. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Snags it, and he's open. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And, man, this is a big decision coming up, right? Like, this is still a tie football game. So if you get stopped on 4th down, man, you're setting the other team up with good field position, almost in field goal position right off the jump. This is a big 4th down play.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. On the move. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
This time it's complete. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he scores! Touchdown, Appalachian State!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, App State. A pick 6.
And the offense goes at it again. He's already got 5 catches, Jesse. So this quarterback, he looks like he's locking in on this guy. And the defense, I think they kind of got a clue and made a big play.
You're absolutely right, David. As a quarterback, you got to be careful. You don't predetermine who you're going to throw to. This guy's been uncoverable so far. So I get it. You want to get him more touches, but you have to let the coverage dictate who gets the football, and give the defender credit that time. He knew where the ball was going. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay for it, taking it all the way to the house.
The give out of the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback. And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Evans. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running inside, it's Lewis. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Smashes ahead. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Lewis. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll move the tight end. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
To throw, it's Evans. Unloads to the wideout. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure going right. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Back to pass, it's Evans. Here's the pressure. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Splits the uprights. Good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. He'll pull it down and run. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Hey, kill it. 180, raise score. 180, raise score. Foul.
Wants to throw on third. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They get him stopped, but not before. He gets it out to the 40-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for it all. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the Delaware Blue Hens. And it's Kennesaw State who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today.
James Madison's offense comes out ready to get this drive going.
And that's 4 straight on the season for this team as they continue what is now a nice little streak. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Evans. Fires to the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Unloads to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Off the play fake on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. To the air, it's Singleton. Looking long. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Tosses it incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Calls his own number. Got a little grass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Here comes the Duke's offense, and we'll see what they have schemed up. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's going to take off. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
The Dukes have this offense rolling. They'll send the tight end in motion. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20th to 19-yard line.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Picks up the first down. There's some room. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, App State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught, and he's got room. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, James Madison. All into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. On the ground, it's Lewis. This time, they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
To the air, it's Singleton. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete to the left. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Lewis. And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, the defender looked like he ran that route for the QB. He was anticipating where the football was going to. Great job plucking it. Just couldn't get a foot back inbounds. Otherwise, that's a pick.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Off play action on first down. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Duke's in the hurry up.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And they're trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing.
Could be an alley. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Push ahead on the sneak. And they go for the sneak on second down and nothing doing. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On the move. Touchdown, Dukes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Coming out with it, it's Coleman. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. And they're not on the same page there.
I'll tell you what, Jesse, one thing we know is that guy's got an arm, because he just threw that thing probably with everything he had, and he missed. You got to do a good job as a quarterback of understanding who I'm leading, who I'm throwing the football to, how much speed they have, and right there you could tell that was a big miss.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And this is one of those where you go, You start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the fourth quarter. But now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Down 2 scores in the fourth, the defense did its job to get the ball back, and now the offense has to make it pay off. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this 1st down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Quickly complete. How about that? He smashes his way through again. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. And off to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Soft spot in the middle. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Mountaineers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's 3rd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Lewis. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Tries to get it himself. And they go to the quarterback sneak on 2nd down, and they might have to reach a little deeper in the playbook. Stuffed again.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I...
Touchdown, Mountaineers. Got it right in the That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. James Madison's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. Looking for a man. It's Evans. Makes the grab on the left. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Dukes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverage.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Play is stopped for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Going to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back to put the pressure on their own defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback keeper. Here's a little room there. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.